the coordinator of CBANS. We are a funded program from the Fresno County Behavioral Health. We are a prevention early intervention program. We have peer support specialists that provide services, linkage, referral, access to resources in the Fresno County area and to the rural area as well. So we have a particular peer support specialist that goes into the rural area. This is CBANS. This is our office space. Most of the time our community, our peer support specialists are in the community. So like you see today, we don't have the peer support here on site. They're out in the community, but we do have times where we'll be here as well. But our focus is being out where the community is, helping community where they're at, and making sure that they have easy access to what their needs are. Example is connecting to mental health support, making sure that if they need that support to guide them along the way, side by side, that's what we do. So we are serving currently right now the Hmog community, the Hispanic community, African American community, and looking forward to working with the indigenous and Native American community. So welcome to CBANS. As you can see here, we try our best to make it very welcoming, warm, welcoming to the different ethnicities that we have, that we're serving. We are here for them. We are trying to make sure that they know where the resources at, not being afraid of accessing resources, and not have breaking that barrier to access easier resources. So as you see, we try very hard to make it very cultural related. Each kid vocal is a different peer support specialist that's here, and having a welcoming setting when individuals come in and see their peer support, because these peer supports are individuals who have a lived experience, who has gone through barriers, has gone through a certain life experience that can relate to community members that are also going through that as well. Okay. Then if you have any questions, you can ask me.
So what does it mean to people when they come in here? Can you kind of talk about what it's like for someone new that's never been here? What kind of things are they going to see when they come in or talk about?
Well, first of all, they will see that individuals are just like them. We are community members just like them to start out with. The friendly welcoming, not being judged, and just being there to where the community is, where the individual is, and knowing that they know themselves best, but they just need that extra guidance, and that's where we're at, is to help them along the way on that portion. Listening to them is very important, because that's how you create that trust and know the individual, know that you're here for them. You're not just here to do a job. You're not just here to give that resource out there, but you're actually caring for the individual to help them have a better life for themselves. And so that's also one of the things that we do, is we provide life skills. So life skills are mostly, a lot of individuals might not know, but things that might be considered common for me or common for the community to know is not common for an individual who's struggling. And so giving that support on what is the general, very basic life support, life skill that is being tackled. Simple as, finding food, location. A lot of individuals might think that is something that's easy to access, but it's not. Not for an individual who is going through a lot and does not know where the resource is. So a friendly welcome, and just meeting the individual where they're at.
Great. And you guys, do you what are the requirements for someone to come in?
There is no requirement, as we shared that We are funded by the Fresno County Behavioral Health. So our peer support is here just to help individual who asks for help or who just needs the extra support. There's no requirement at all. So there's no billing related. Peer support individuals are pretty much sharing from their own lived experience to community members and making sure that we have that cultural understanding and cutting that barrier of the cultural acceptance for everybody.
Right. What's something special that makes you want to do the work? Like, what do you like about doing the work?
I love it that I personally have my own lived experience, as everybody has their own, and we all do a tug of war of life differently, and we process accessing resources differently and understanding that. So from my experience of my own self, my lived experience, providing that also comfortable zone for the individual of how they can get to what they want but not really sure yet, and having that extra support if, for example, as a community health worker being here, then I can give that resource because I do know where I left off, or I do know that, how I can get my resources and providing that resources to individual. And I think it's the success story after seeing the individual come in, not really knowing where to go because they're going through a struggle that, they, just like myself, when I went through a struggle, I really don't know where to start because you get stuck and you get into all these thinking in your head. But if you have someone who just be there for you and allow you to take a breath, breathe, and they're willing to listen to you, then you can tackle one thing at a time.
Is there anything else that you want people to know about what you do here?
Yes. One of the most important thing I feel like we peer support can provide for community is that side-by-side support. Because of the lived experience that one has, then we can continue to pass that on to another and hopefully build that up where we provide resources for everyone. So kind of like what individuals always talk about, word of mouth, right? It's similar like that, where if I support you or pay it forward. So I help you, you help someone else, right? Or you help other people to access the resource for them as well. So I love that part about the work that I do, providing resources where individuals doesn't know where to go, kind of like the go-to place just for finding yourself again or not being judged.
So I guess my question is, do people that come here identify as a peer?
Do they identify themselves as a peer? There are many that identify themselves as a peer because they would bring in their friends to find support. But we do have some individuals who don't identify themselves as a peer, and they come in here seeking peer support, and that's where our peers are here for. Finding a peer support who can help guide them, who can help listen to them, and so they can figure it out themselves. And surprisingly, they will be a peer themselves and bring in a community member with them and say, hey, this is my friend, they're also seeking help too. And I know that you guys helped me before and I want you to help them too. And so it kind of grew, like peers grew and learn how to support each other. And so that start out with a person who is already doing the job or already doing that service for community. Most of our peer support here, they're already helping the community at no cost. And with this program existing here, then it's a support for them to continue their beautiful work that they do in the community.
we were talking a little bit off camera about what people look for when they come in the door. Do you want to speak a little more about that?
Yes. Most of the time when people walk through the door is because they just need someone to listen to them and someone to hear them out about what their struggle is and kind of brainstorm it together and tackle it one thing at a time, one step at a time. Someone to help give them that moment to be heard or breathe. And most of the time our peer support are out in the community, but we do have some peer support that are here. And the simple things as like finance trouble, those are life's experience that we all go through, that sometimes it's harder to tackle than others. So they just need to hear like, how do I break it down? How do I make sure that I make it work? What are other resources that I can tap into so I can make my finance work for me on a daily life? How do I find support in healthcare? How do I find a physician that takes my insurance? Those are very simple things. Commonly we say it's simple, but in the community, if you don't know, then you don't know, and you won't be able to find that help. So that's one of the things that coming into in a program like this, like CBANS, we're here to listen to you first and meet you where you're at.
Hello everybody, nice to meet you. Whoever is looking at this video, I'm Ninfa Gordoa. I am one of 7 cultural brokers here at the Fresno Center, and I work for the program of the Holistic Wellness Program. I am a cultural broker, as I mentioned before, as well as yoga and meditation instructor. I not only work with my community, the Hispanic community, but I work with all the communities, whoever needs me. I have done working with Marjorie Mason, which is a shelter for women. I work for Blue Sky Wellness Center, who focus in helping individuals with no homes or substance abuse individuals. So I work with whatever they ask for. If they want mindfulness classes or yoga, I'll go to the community wherever the need is. So that's what I do here. I'm pretty much an open book.
What do you what brings you to work every day? What do you like about what you do?
I think what I love about this program is really helping with the community. Being here like almost at the front, when we open the door, you can find an individual that is without home, and the person can tell you right away, this is what I need, or this is what I'm going through, and be here. In the morning, sometimes I'm usually the first one to open the office, and I find individuals outside sleeping, and just being able to have something in the refrigerator warming up, and bring them coffee, or in the winter bring them blankets. We put together kits so we can provide food or a blanket or a pillow or something that make them feel we are here, we are your center, this is for you, we're here to serve. And be able to listen to people when they come here and they need someone to talk or someone to connect. We're always here. The other day we have a client who was like, can you give me an advice? I don't know how to deal with some issue with my granddaughter. And so just being available. I don't have credentials as a psychologist or doctor, but I'm good to listen and just let them feel like this is a place where they feel secure and safe. And then besides that, then incorporating some tools. For me, incorporating the breathing. When we're going through a storm, anxiety or fear or sadness or whatever, I let them know it's okay. It's just part of being who we are. Their emotions, I will not be there forever. So just communicating with your body. If you breathe, you're letting your body know that you're not in danger. No one is coming behind you with a knife trying to kill you, so the body knows that, okay, we're having an anxiety. We are familiar with that because it visits us once in a while. And the best way to deal with that for me is to welcome it, allow it, take care of yourself, and let it pass, because everything is temporary. So give them tools that they can put outside and deal with the storms of everyday life, for me is fantastic. I had a person that told me that she had an issue, and she said it was interesting that when they call the paramedics, the first thing they tell me is breathe. So I read, I remember you. Then they took me in the ambulance, and the people in the ambulance said, breathe. So I breathed, and then I got to the hospital, and the doctors and the nurses were telling me, breathe. So she confirmed that breathing is a big key. So for me to just give that tool and help them to go through a hard moment is normal. To break the stigma is a big deal for me, to let them know I have gone through mental health myself. I still deal with my anxiety every day, and I go to a psychologist, and that's the best I have done in my life. And this is good that we talk about. It's like normalize it. It's okay to feel those feelings. It's okay to feel angry today. It's emotion. It doesn't mean that you are, or that that you're going to be a bad person because you're having angry moments or angry thoughts. It's like, it's okay. It's part of being human. And to just be part of this community makes me feel happy. I'm right here next, the door is, we see something, people wondering, and we go outside and say, hey, can we help? And they can tell you a whole story. So it's very rewarding to provide the tools that have been given to me as an immigrant. I came here with $30 in my pocket, away from my family and my culture, and I have had those people there for me as well. So I feel like being the peer, being like, I've been there, there's light at the end of the tunnel, or just let's keep breathing for now. That's, the best we can do is just to breathe together. So that's what makes me feel very happy about being here.
That's beautiful. Thank you. I just want to think about, like, what would you want people to know, like maybe that have never been to Fresno or never been to your center? Like, what would you want them to take away about learning about the Fresno Center?
That we're here, that we are working in community, collaborating with other organizations, that if they want to come here and do some programs, or like we did with LEAD, it was an amazing experience for us to be able to collaborate with CAMHPRO and LEAD. And now I have some clients here that I'm very excited that you were coming here. So for me, it's like we're here. And our goal is, our mission here at the Holistic Center is to empower individuals and families to live a well-balanced lifestyle in mind, body, and spirit. So for me, it's like, we're here, let's work together. A big learning for our community was like, we have the same needs. It doesn't matter what race we are. We are the same struggles, the same fears, the same problems. So if we come together, it doesn't matter where you are, come and work with us, and let us work with you, and then really come together and help and bring awareness of what's going on here in Fresno. We're working hard. So yes.
Wonderful. Any what would it mean to, if some of the support for the center was to go away, if some of the programs were to go away, what would that mean to you or to the people that you serve?
It will be devastating, because as you heard today, some of the women that shared their stories with you this morning, this is the place where they come. Some of them are elders, for example. They felt like, my life does not have meaning. I don't know what else to do with my life. Seems like my family is busy with their own lives, and they come here and they connect. So this is a place where people gather, not just for the activities, but for the coexistence, the sharing, the helping. We had a person who just lost her mother, and everybody came together and they collected with their own money something for a raffle, so they can collect money to help her with the funeral. So this is a place where we come together and help each other, not only with activities, but if someone is struggling, we come together and facilitate the space for them to be able to be there for their own peers. So it will be taking a big, this is a family for them. So it will be devastating for them to lose their services, the space where they come here and they can do activities or provide help for others' peers. For us, it's another goal that we have. It's like now that they're so empowered, we want them to take them to other communities and help. So to make them feel you are valuable in this society. We can guide you. We can help you understand other services in the community. So we're not just helping them here, but if there is other needs that they don't have and we don't have them here, we make sure that we connect them with services. So it's not only a place to come, but from here we can take them to other places. So definitely it will be very devastating and hurtful for our communities to take these programs.
Great. I'll just leave the last part open. Is there anything that you want to add or anything at all?
Well, I just want to thank you for taking the time to continue connecting with us and including us in this amazing project. We're very happy to work together and collaborate and expand services and expand the awareness of the stigma and the mental health and the services that are in the community, because a lot of people don't know. So I just want to be, appreciative and grateful for the work that you're doing. I know that you are out there. You are our person at the front, making sure that we continue to receive the funding and the information. You're giving us a lot of empowerment so we can be empowered for our communities. Or organizations like CAMHPRO help us. You guys empower us so we can empower our community and they can empower their families. So please, let's continue, and I hope that we can continue in this path and in this mission. Thank you.